Stephen A. Smith, the colorful, controversial commentator for ESPN. We all know he has his own show called the Stephen A. Smith Show. He has that on YouTube where he talks to various personalities and he speaks on other things and other topics that he can't talk about on First Take. Things that have to do with society and culture and politics and things of that nature, right? Well, lately, Stephen A. Smith has been speaking on our former president, Donald J. Trump. And, well, some people say that he is maybe defending Mr. 45, that maybe he's even a supporter of this individual. Well, Stephen A. Smith wants to fire back at the people that are saying he is defending this man. And I have a couple of clips, a couple of videos that I want to react to where Stephen A. Smith goes off on the media for painting him in this particular light, right? So let's get into it. Without further ado, welcome to Normieville.
I can't say anymore. I'm probably already in trouble for mentioning it to a, well, we call you normies.
So as I was speaking about in my monologue, this is the first of two videos I want to react to, right? This particular video is labeled The High Price of Democrats' Anti-Trump Lawfare Breakdown. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole video of both of these clips, but I want to just make the people out there, you normies, aware of some things that may or may not be true, depending on which way you look at it. There are some things that are going against Mr. Trump. There are also some things that are actually working in his favor, if you will, if you believe that, okay? And the fact of the matter is there are a lot of things that are going against Donald Trump that actually are kind of working in reverse the way people thought it would, all right? So because this is a YouTube video, this is Stephen A. Smith's channel. You see the fair use banner in front, okay? I have to transform this video for commentary and criticism purposes per YouTube guidelines. So as I always do, fair use.
Touch on this subject right here. A recent Wall Street Journal opinion piece entitled The High Price of Democrats' Anti-Trump Lawfare, written by Daniel Henninger, spoke of how most Americans believe the rule of law is better than the law of the jungle, but how that could change. According to Henninger, the newest buzzword in politics is lawfare, or using the legal system as a weapon against a political opponent. Henninger questions how many lawsuits, court motions, and judgments against Donald Trump the Democratic Party can actually chow down on. He also ponders about the high price the American system may pay for all of this in excess. Let me tell you.
Now, what Stephen A. Smith is referencing is the article that he was talking about, essentially is saying that, well, there are a lot of cases that are going on against Donald Trump right now, okay? We have the Stormy Daniels case with the hush money case. We have the election interference case. We have the tax case or whatever going on, or his business case going on in New York with Letitia James. I'm messing that up, but you know who I'm talking about, right? And then, of course, we have the case in Georgia with Fani Willis, and which that is now, I believe, will continue now that they're done with the case with her and Mr. Wade.
Mr. Wayne.
So with that being said, and of course, there's lawsuits flying around. I think they had the other one with the that older lady that he allegedly raped, and he had to, this was a civil case, by the way, not a criminal case, but people are going to say that he did it because he lost, right? Which we all know that in today's time, losing a civil lawsuit is just like losing a criminal court, damn near, a court of public opinion. In all these cases, again, people are saying, well, if they can do that to him, which we all hate him, right? Well, if they can do that to him, what can they do to a regular citizen? If they can do that to him, a former president of the United States of America, what can they do to me? Right? This is actually working against the people that want to put him down, because now they're saying, well, you know what? If they can do that to him, they can do that to me in a way worse fashion than it did to him, because he has money and status. He can fight it for the most part. He is now. I can't. And why are they going through such great lengths to take him down like this? And that's what's making people actually like him. Not all. but a good number.
Tell you something, it was a great opinion piece. I completely agree with Daniel Henninger of the Wall Street Journal, the opinion piece that he wrote in there, because we've got to get to a point where we're saying when's enough's enough. Donald Trump made a very salient point. I know you don't hear me say that often, but it's true. He made a very salient point a couple of weeks ago, or I think it was in the immediate aftermath of Super Tuesday when he was talking about President Biden, and he was saying, come beat me. Stop trying to use the legal system in order to pull it off. Now, obviously,
and that's what we're talking about. He's saying stop using the legal system to get me.
Shots fired, shots fired.
Can you just go out and do the rallies and go out and do press conferences and do speaking engagements like I am? Can you just beat me that way? By the way, the Democrats are also talking about there's a possibility that they're not even going to debate Trump, so they're just going to go straight into campaigning. Never in history have we not had a debate between two political opponents, especially in the presidency. But some people say that Trump's facilities, mental facilities, aren't good. A lot of people saying that Biden's isn't. So we're just going to skip that. So you know what? Just may the best man win type stuff, right? I mean, this isn't a regular race. This is the president of the United States of America office we're talking about here. And in the polls, depending on which one you're looking at, Biden is losing. Trump is actually gaining. Can't ignore that.
President Biden would say it has nothing to do with me. He's the president of the United States. He's not the prosecution in Georgia. He's not the prosecutor in New York. Okay, he has nothing to do with those things. So he may say, maybe it's true. But I find it very, very difficult to believe that everybody on the Democratic side is innocent. I mean, when you look at the inordinate amount of charges that are coming Trump's way, I mean, when is enough's enough? E. Jean Carroll awarded $83.3 million in a defamation suit against Trump. Okay? By the way, New York judge Arthur Egeron ordered Trump to pay a total of $450 million in a civil fraud trial over valuations of his net worth. New York State Attorney Letitia James says if the massive bond isn't posted, she'll seize Mr. Trump's New York buildings. This is according to the article in the Wall Street Journal. We know about what's happening in Georgia. Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis, all right, regardless of her own stuff going on with her and somebody else, Mr. Wade, who's also an attorney that she utilized to go after Trump, but that's a different subject for another day, what they've got going on here right now.
Now, you heard all that, right? All these cases, and I don't think he's done talking about it. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But all the cases that's against him, all the money that they're levying against him in these civil cases and lawsuits to bankrupt him before the campaign even really gets steam. And they're trying to get this criminal case going, the J6 thing, I think, in the high courts. They really want him in jail. Right now, all these are just lawsuits. Mind you, none of these cases are criminal yet. I think the one in Georgia might be criminal. But they want, I mean, if they could have this guy, man, look, if there's a way they can take this guy off Earth, if there's a way they could end this guy's addiction to oxygen, they would. Somebody out there would, because that's how much he is hated. And because of that, it's like, okay, why so much opposition? That's the question. And everybody, a lot of people are asking this question. Just beat him, and then we can put him in the past. We can put him in our rear view. Just beat him. But it seems like they're using their legal system as humongous speed bumps in his way, and to be honest, it's not working.
She goes after 18 other defendants for violating the state's Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act in connection with the 2020 presidential election. The presiding judge dismissed 6 of the 41 counts. This is all according to the article here. You got Colorado, Maine, and Illinois took various legal actions to ban Mr. Trump from the 2024 presidential ballot. Efforts recently blocked by a unanimous Supreme Court decision. They got a 6-3 majority, 6 conservatives, 3 liberals, but unanimously they blocked this effort by Colorado, Maine, and Illinois. You got the special counsel, Jack Smith, going after Trump on trial for a set of federal charges, one over possession of classified documents, another for the former president's actions the day of the 2021 Capitol riot. Okay, that issue is still up in the air. And in the meantime, we've got a situation where a guy by the name of Robert Hur, a classified document special counsel investigating President Biden, ultimately exercised prosecutorial discretion, saying the current president isn't exonerated, but won't be prosecuted, leaving the situation involving Joe Biden to the court of public opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, there's so much to get into. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to simply say this. Trump is kicking the Democrats, you know what? 91 charges. 4 indictments, 91 counts against him. He's been impeached twice. And he still ran away with the GOP nomination. It was a cakewalk.
It was a cakewalk indeed. He strolled his way right into George Jefferson right into the presidential Republican nominee spot. Now, the next video I want to get into is where he is discussing, I believe, hold on a second here. Wait a minute. Yes, he's discussing what's going on with the backlash that he got because of his video, because of that segment where he was pretty much telling everybody, look, we got to go at him a different way. This is not working. He's actually gaining popularity with each charge, with each case, with each dollar that he has to give up. He's gaining more momentum, and Biden is losing it for other reasons. Policy, mental state, or his perceived mental state, I would say. The economy, all things that he said he was going to, be good at and change. Some of these things, some of the people in America think have gotten worse. Again, I'm just putting out there, you tell me down in the comment section what you think, right? But this is what Stephen A. Smith is saying, and some of the stuff I don't disagree with. Whatever side of the political aisle you're on, it's all good. I don't have a dog in the fight. Okay, I'm a veteran personally. Whoever's in there, I'm gonna get paid. Whoever's in there, I gotta abide by as a veteran, as a taxpayer. But with that being said, one of these guys are gonna do better than the other. And some of the people are starting to turn around to the other side, to the former president and not the current one. But let's get into this next video. Stephen A. Smith showed this, the second one, where this one is entitled Donald Trump, Democrats, and Taking Words Out of Context. I will leave links to both these videos in the description box. Let's go.
I want to take a moment to get into a little politics.
By the way, whoever recorded this video, they recorded with the sounds messed up. I can only hear out of one ear, so it might be messed up on your end. I do apologize in advance.
Because there was a website called The Spun that released an article about me, and it was entitled, quote, Stephen A. accuses the media of being unfair to Donald Trump. The subject of the article was a post, essentially one that I tagged to a video that was released by Elon Musk on a speech that Trump was giving the other day. And when I responded and tagged Elon Musk's video, here is what I said. Based purely on this video, if it is accurate, then it would be true. It seems real Donald Trump's words were taken out of context. Reading the headline.
Now, the words he's speaking on is I guess, infamous at this point. What is it? I don't want to say the word, but y'all know it. It starts with a B. It ends with a H, all right? And it has bath in it. He said it, and when he said it, a lot of the liberal-leaning news outlets went on the offensive and said, well, he was saying this, he was talking about the American people. If he doesn't get elected, he's going to do this again, blah, blah. And then, there are people on social media that posted the entire clip and on YouTube that said, well, look, This was the full statement that he made in context with that particular word. And so a lot of people had to eat crow. Some people doubled down on their criticism. Stephen A. Smith is saying, look, according to the full statement, that word was taken out of context in relation to what he was saying. That's just the truth. Again, a broken clock is right twice a day. No matter what you think about 45, that particular word was taken out of context in his defense. You gotta eat that.
Headlines I've read, fair is fair. I posted this in response to the owner of Tesla and X, the one and only Elon Musk himself, saying, quote, legacy media lies, end quote, in a post highlighting media criticism of Trump's speech. That was in reference to Trump's comment Saturday at an auto industry rally in Dayton, Ohio, y'all. An auto industry rally in Dayton, Ohio. One thing Trump did say was this. Listen for yourself.
China now is building a couple of massive plants where they're going to build the cars in Mexico and they think that they're going to sell those cars into the United States with no tax at the border. Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. Now, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole, that's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
Now that you've heard the entire statement, I believe that it's clear to most people that have any common sense or any type of fairness that that individual that was speaking just now on the podium did not mean that he was going to do something nefarious to the country. Okay? So, with that being said, his words were taken out of context in the media. Okay? That is what Stephen A. Smith said, fair being fair. Now, let's continue with his defense of himself because of the backlash he received for being fair.
What did I do? The fact of the matter is, when you watch the headlines talking about Donald Trump, they were mischaracterizing his comments. Yes, he said what he said, but it was taken completely out of context because he was talking about the auto industry and business with China and how if he's not elected, it's going to be problematic in terms of doing business with China as it pertains to the auto industry. I don't take it back. I ain't backing up 1 inch. What the hell is going on here? Let me tell y'all something. I'm really getting sick and tired of people mischaracterizing my quotes. This is the beauty of having my own platform and saying what I want to say and what I need to say, only for this perspective of quoting me accurately and contextualizing what I say accurately. Then do what you want. But any given time that I want to, when you mischaracterize what I say, I'm going to come back at your ass. That's what I'm going to do. Let me be very, very clear. For all of you Democrats out there that swear up and down, I'm some damn Trump supporter because I call it like I said.
Now, this is where he's going to go into his history of voting, essentially saying I'm a lifelong Democrat. And the only reason I didn't vote for the Republicans was for XYZ reason. He's going to say I vote for this person, this person, this person, this person, and I even voted for Hillary Clinton, and then I vote for this guy, I voted for this guy twice, and blah, 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 blah. This is his defense of the people that are saying, hey, man, you put on a cape for 45. What's up with that?
I didn't vote for Trump in 2016. I didn't vote for Trump in 2020, and I damn sure ain't going to vote for him in 2024. And if you really, really want my history, let me take it a step further. I voted for Michael Dukakis versus H.W. Bush, even when he tried to hoodwink everybody and use those Willie Horton ads that ultimately worked for him. I voted for Bill Clinton, not once but twice. I voted for Al Gore. That's the first time I heard about, what is it, leaning chads at the voting booth? Hanging chads, rather. I don't know this stuff, but I voted for Al Gore. Yes, I did. I voted for John Kerry. Yes, I did. And you damn right I voted for Barack Obama, not once but twice. And I voted for Hillary Clinton. And I voted for Joe Biden, despite the crime bill, leading to mass incarceration for minorities in this country, although it was entirely his fault because you had the Congressional Black Caucus pushing him to do it. But he bragged about how it was his bill, his bill, his bill, until it wasn't politically expedient for him to do so. I've been voting for Democrats, but hey, I'm a fair-minded individual. And when Republicans make sense, I'm going to give them.
Y'all see that, right? He's been voting Democrat his whole life. Let him tell him. Yeah.
Credit for it. When they're right about something, I'm going to give them credit for it. There's plenty of Republicans other than Trump that I would have voted for, and I wouldn't have apologized for it because I don't happen to disagree with every conservative policy. But just so we're clear, I'm a fiscal conservative and I am a social liberal, unapologetic about it. What does that have to do with y'all not telling the truth? See, at the end of the day, let's just call it what it is. Trump is handing it to y'all. All you Democrats out there are walking around acting like it's somebody else's fault that in the year 2024, you're begging a soon-to-be 82-year-old incumbent to run for re-election. And
Yes. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that 45 is like right behind him in age, so understand that, okay? Before you say it, I know. But who else do we have that can run? Who else do the Dems have that can run? Matter of fact, to be honest with you, who do the Republicans have that can run? That's younger, still got the same type policies, no America First, all that, still strong. Who do the Democrats have that can still run on their policies? Border and economy and all the other good stuff, okay? All the conflicts we got going on overseas. Who else do either side have? Nobody.
win for you because you haven't had a damn soul that can take them. 4 indictments, 91 counts, 2 impeachments, civil suits against them, elevating above $400 million. And he is whipping y'all ass. That is a fact. He secured the GOP nomination. You got him ahead in all the polls as we speak. You've got him elevated, according to the polls, in the world of Hispanics and blacks, more so than ever before. Not to say that those numbers are going to be exorbitant, but it'll be just enough to get him reelected and become.
Oh, boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's getting the numbers. The polls speak for themselves. Again, some people are going to point to different polls, but the main ones, the ones that count, say that 45 is in the lead in pretty much all categories. And that's with all the legal troubles that he has, with all the financial troubles that he's got, that he's in right now. He's still above. Still above.
Because I'm sitting here and pointing out to you that you're getting in your own way by trying to fabricate or embellish stories in such a fashion where you could easily get caught, exposed for your miscalculations or your flat-out lies, and something that he is going to use to his advantage to get reelected. I'm wrong. I'm wrong because I'm calling out how you don't know how to beat him. That's the problem. I'm no political aficionado. But I've been on the record saying I'd love to go against Trump in a debate. You know how embarrassing that is that I could say that? Because he beat y'all. You can't beat him. You can't beat him. You're trying everything. You're engaging in lawfare. You keep coming up with stuff. It's Russian collusion 1 minute. It's civil cases the next. We got a district attorney in the state of New York going after him for paying hush money to a former porn star.
Boy, Stephen A. Smith is on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he's speaking of the facts. Okay. Now I'm not gonna go through the rest of the video because the rest of the video is more of this ranting, but he's telling the truth. no matter which way you want to slice it. If you're a Democrat, well, you might want to figure out a different strategy because the cases that you're trying to mount against him just make him more popular, more powerful. Okay? You might want to try to bolster up Biden's image because trying to tear down Trump's image is clearly not working. That's all I'm saying. Right? So y'all saw the video, y'all saw the clips. Let me know what you think. Give me your opinion, good or bad. Democrat or Republican, let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. All right, please. And as always, thank you for attending another episode of Normieville. You know me. I'm just a normie here to bring you the latest and greatest in sports news, entertainment, and politics. Let me know what you think about what Stephen A. Smith had to say about the onslaught against Donald Trump down in the comment section. And please, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and that notification bell on your way out of the door, and I will see you on the next video.